DLSU successfully avenged its first-round sweep at the hands of University of Santo Tomas in the UAAP Season 81 Women's Volleyball Tournament. Des Cheng's career-high performance steered the Lady Spikers to a 4-set victory over the Tigresses. Cheng unleashed a personal best of 20 points built on 14 attacks, 3 blocks, and 3 aces. Aduk Ogansanya chipped in 12 points, highlighted by 4 blocks. The Lady Spikers tallied a total of 12 blocks in the contest.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a face-off for that number 2 spot. Will it be the green or gold? Let's first meet our officials for the game. First referee, Rene Gaspillo, National Referee. And our second referee, Fernando Velarde, National Referee. And now let's hear you cheer for the starters from the DLSU Lady Spikers. Number 2, their captain, Desiree Cheng. Number 5, Des Clemente. Number 6, Michelle Cobb. Number 8, Jolina De La Cruz. Number 13, Aduke Ogunsanya. And number 15, Ding Chomson. And for their libero, number 12, CJ Saga. And of course, their head coach, Ramil De Jesus. And now for their opponents, the UST Golden Tigresses. Number 4, Caitlin Viray. Number 7, Dimdim Bacres. Number 8, Aya Laure. Number 12, Casey Galdones. And their captain, number 16, Cici Rondina. Number 20, Mafe Galanza. And their libero, number 17, Janelle Delerio. And for their head coach, Emilio Kung Fu Reyes. It's the Archers versus the Tigresses.
Well, let's highlight the most recent developments when it comes to the rotation of the starting units for both coaches. Tin Tiamzon is starting for the 5th straight time this season. May Luna, who did not play surprisingly in the match against NU, will be coming off the bench today. Now, this is the starters. These are the starters for UST Mafe Galanza, starting once again for the University of Santo Tomas for the 6th straight match. Now, Doc AJ, you were talking about what UST did to beat Salle the first time they faced each other. Go ahead and break it down for everybody.
Well, one thing that UST did differently in that game, in their encounter with Salle, is to shift the rotation to the more modern style of setter open and middle in the order of rotation. So we can see Galanza is serving right now. She's in zone 1. And the conventional way is that the middle will be the one next serving after her. But even in international level right now, it's always the open who goes after the setter right now in the service. So it's going to be Aya Laure after Galanza in that service. And that mild shift in that rotation, that small shift in the rotation, opens up a lot of possibilities for Aya Laure and Rondina as the opens to predominantly be the passers of the team and not let any rotation where Pacres, the opposite, has to pass. So that has been very much helpful in them in establishing their attack.
Meanwhile, Tin Tiamzon showing us why she started every single match during the previous year in their run to a 3rd straight championship. Always playing with a lot of swag and stability, Tin Tiamzon. So with what you just explained, Doc AJ, it's a way to get the other players involved as well.
Well, it's mostly establishing the passing formation with the 2 opens and the libero, and the opposite, her main job really is to just bring in the points with the attack and not much in the passing department.
We noticed the new uniforms of UST.
Still
Makayla
serving.
Chavez will tell us more right now.
Ton and Doc AJ facing the De La Salle Lady Spikers the second time around. The UST Golden Tigresses chooses to have the same mindset they instilled during the first round, which of course is to not get intimidated in any way possible. No wonder the teams win against them in the last match. Totally is a booster of their confidence. Now Coach Kung Fu Reyes expects the ladies to start and end this game strong with lots and lots of determination. Now, I just want to put an emphasis on their uniform. As you can see, the Tigresses are showcasing their newly styled jerseys. And assistant coach Yanni Fernandez calls this the Tiger form because it's a Tiger uniform, the new one. Now, if we dig a little deeper into it, you'll see that on the upper left side, it appears to have a number, which actually is number 6, Milena Alessandrini's jersey number. Amiga may not be in action on the court, but still the team wants to show that they're still competing as a whole. That's all for now. Back to you, Anton and Doc AJ.
And we actually saw Milena on our screens just a moment ago, and her mom flew in from Italy. Her mom, Avelina, flew in from Italy to watch UST play today. So that could be a huge inspirational boost for these Golden Tigresses in their new threads.
Well, it's very unfortunate with the injury that Milena sustained, but it forced UST to think outside the box, and that's when they had to change that rotation, and it works. It's working wonders for them right now.
Cobb tossing it up to Tiamzon. Blockers were there. Caldones tipping it back to the LaSalle
Net
side,
touch.
and UST
Violation
will
on
get the point
Ogunsanya.
as they are on top 5-3. Let's go now to Ayana Perlas from the LaSalle side.
Antong and Doc AJ, the difference between the last time these two teams met was that Captain Desiree Cheng was suffering from shoulder pain while May Luna had a face injury. But despite of their condition, both of the key players still played their hearts out, even if physically they were not at 100%. Now, after 3 weeks, the two girls have recuperated and are back on their feet and ready to help the whole team redeem themselves. Also, Anton and Doc AJ, the Lady Spikers fans have been asking me about the girls' condition after reporting during their last game that they were suffering from stomach pain, diarrhea, and vomiting. It was noted that the cause of this was water contamination. The girls are now healthy and ready to battle it out for the green and white. Back to you, Anton and Doc AJ.
Well, that's good news because we don't want to see any more injuries. We don't want to see any more sicknesses. We just want some healthy UAAP athletes giving it their all for their respective schools. And we have a timeout. Let's listen in.
Timeout. DLFU.
Kailangan bago lang sa loob. Pati pa naman yung pag-ano, nag-aunahan kayo. Hindi naman naka-pwesto yung spiker. Tapos nakikipag na unahan kayo. Pagtaon nyo, pwesto nyo lang. Diba? Pwesto nyo, wala pang ginagawa.
One pass lang.
Kailangan natin matala sa loob. Hindi po pwedeng ganyan nag-start tayo, mag-prod yung start natin. Masyadong mabagal, wala disiplinado, wala. Huwag yung pressure yung sarili nyo. Walang dumadating na kakaiba.
Coach Ramil De Jesus not happy with this seemingly slow start by LaSalle as we take a look at EJ Laure. Ate EJ is in the building. And she is the reason kung
Back
bakit
to the game.
laging
Still
sumasama si
serving.
Aya sa
Aya.
UST. Aya was
Laure.
playing basketball on the side when EJ was training volleyball. And that was the time na nakita siya ni Coach Kung Fu and said, why not try this game?
Ogunsanya.
And it's very much exciting with the possibility that they will be donning the same uniform at the same time. So there's
Ooh.
still that possibility. But right now, LaSalle with a side out. But when we talk about LaSalle, we know that their specialty is serve,
Altuve,
block, and receive. And
Ogunsanya,
right now,
back to serve.
with 3 service aces for UST at this early on, so that's why Coach Ramil called timeout a while ago.
Ron Macandili is also in attendance. Galanza, back set for Patres. You can hear the UST crowd waiting for that move.
Net touch. Violation on
And Cece
Clemente.
Rondina, the deadliest spiker in the UAAP, gives
Technical
UST
timeout.
an 8-4 lead as we head to this break. The rookie who is leading LaSalle in scoring, averaging 12 points per match, the 19-year-old from Bulacan, Jolina De La Cruz.
Well, for a rookie to be the top scorer of your team is something that should be very much a consideration for Rookie of the Year. But as we can see, Jolina De La Cruz very much deadly when she's up in front. I'm yet to see a lot of output from her from the back row to truly make her a deadly opposite. And who knows, that might just
Back
be
to the
the
action.
key for LaSalle if they want to get the championship.
That fourth straight championship has been something that has eluded LaSalle. And they're hoping that with this batch they can get the job done.
Casey
But
Galdones
the road to the Final
at the
Four
service
is
line.
a very treacherous one. And right now, lurking in front of them are the Tigers with those stripes here at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Nomil is making her second appearance. For Lynn Nomil, number 4, the libero for LaSalle. This is just the second time that she's playing in UAAP Season 81 as Rodina bounces it off the block.
Casey Rodina with her elevation, it's very much easy for her to shift her angle when she's in mid-air. So if you're the blockers against Casey Rodina, it's in your best interest to really establish your position.
Galdones gets that one in. There's the pass from Nomil. Laure. Galanza giving it to Dimdim Pacres. Cobb was there. Ngayon naman, si De La Cruz ang papalo. Galdones pops it up from the back row. Laure to Rondina. What a save by Tiamzon. Now Desiree Cheng will hit it over to the UST side. Viray, nalunod. Rondina with a save. Babalik ang bola dito kay Sisi. The rally will continue. Nomil gives up a free ball to UST. Rondina. Not yet.
Double
Oh,
contact. Violation
2
on
touches.
Galanza.
According to our first referee, so the point will go to LaSalle.
Touch violation to be called on Galanza. She was way underneath the ball and she wasn't established with her footing.
I could barely hear
Now
the whistle
serving Jolina
because of the
De La
reaction
Cruz.
from both the green and the gold side. De La Cruz.
Service.
That's an ace for Jolina De La Cruz.
A good target for Jolina De La Cruz, targeting the seam between Aya Laura and the libero, causing some confusion in that part.
So earlier, Doc AJ, you talked about how UST changed their rotation to win that first match against LaSalle. Saan naman ang kulang ang DLSU Lady Spikers in that first round against UST?
Well, I've talked about it in a recent article for last week with regards to the current struggles of
Rondina
LaSalle prior to
off
that
the block.
NU game. And we all know that when we talk about LaSalle, it's all about block, it's all about serve, it's all about passing for them. And one thing that's very crucial that's missing for LaSalle prior to that NU game, okay, is that the blocking. Their block stat prior to that NU game is, I think they're at 6, which is very atypical of LaSalle, even from previous seasons, where if they're not number 1, they're always in the top 1, 2, 3 of the blocking. And that has been quite missing for LaSalle. But they recovered with that NU game, and I think they went up to rank number 5 in blocking right now.
LaSalle was number 1 from season 73 to season 79 before Ateneo finally emerged as the best blocking team. And I'm checking out the statistics right now, and Ateneo is actually at number 1. LaSalle, shockingly, is at number 4. So this is rare, as you mentioned, Doc AJ, na LaSalle, with their bread and butter, the blocking, it's down from the previous year.
Yeah, imagine for 7 seasons, you're number 1 in blocking, and
Now
that has been your
serving
trademark.
in
And to
Chamson.
suddenly lose that grip on that blocking excellence, it's what has been causing some problems for LaSalle right now.
Quick attack!
Caitlin Viray.
Caitlin Viray, coming off her best UAAP performance, gets that point for the Golden Tigresses, adding some spice to that spike.
Caitlin Bray finding
Back to
that
serve.
sharp
Captain
corner, and
Sisi
it's
Rondina.
tricky to already block a left-handed quicker.
Cobb. Viray was there. Cheng will just push it to the UST side. Clemente sending it back down.
That's Clemente.
Poor first ball in the part of the Tigresses.
There she is. One of the best to ever put on a Lady Spikers uniform, Don Macandili, is
On
everywhere.
On service deck, Des Clemente.
Randina with the pass. Galanza to Laure. Trying to go down the line, but
No
too much
touch.
angle on
Outside.
that spike. It goes out.
Good decision for A. Laure to challenge the block of Michelle Cobb, but as he said, too much angle in that shot.
Clemente. A joust at the top and Cheng wins it.
Cheng.
Too tight on the pass of Delario, and it's something that they should avoid because even if LaSalle is number 4 in blocking, they still very much have
Timeout.
good awareness
Golden
in defending the
Tigresses.
nets.
Now, Coach Kung Fu Reyes wants to talk things over.
Atake natin, hindi pa tayo naka-establish ng pwesto, minamadali natin yung atake. Okay lang yung ganun kabilis, pero i-adjust nyo ng konti, i-touch nyo ng konti. Para hindi tayo nagkukumawag habulin para paluin yung bola. Naintindihan? Ang bilis na, mababa, ang bilis mo bumaba. Meron mababa, mabilis, pero pabagalin mo yung baba ng bola. Ang service, kargado. Pag binangga mo yan, automatic yan, tatalsik ang bola natin. Ang ganda ng talsik ng bola mo, nasa tamang pwesto, ang naging problema lang, masyadong malaki. Huwag na natin siksiksik. Paano tayo ba?
Coach Kung Fu Reyes hoping to lead his alma mater back to the Final Four.
Back
They missed
to the
out on
action.
it last year after
Des
making
Clemente. Still
finishing
serving.
third at the end of the elimination round back in UAAP season 79 before getting eliminated by LaSalle. Clemente with an errant serve.
That's gonna hurt the Lady Spikers if they want to take the lead from UST.
There was a point during the
Caitlin
first
Viran
round that
at the line.
Coach Ramil was comparing serving to free throws in basketball and that they had to work on it.
Desiree Cheng.
Desiree Cheng tipping that one over the net for the point. Easy does it for the captain, Desiree Cheng. Finding the mark.
Well, the service is the part of the game that it's all depends on the player. No other factors could influence the serve except for the one who's doing the serve.
Cobb did a good job serving on that opportunity. Laure wanting a
That's a
check
check.
ball.
Point. Tigresses.
First referee will award the check ball.
I think it's clear on that video.
Even Descheng didn't complain to the referee or didn't object.
De La Cruz, cross court, Galanza to Pacres. Ball is back in the air. Cheng could not get it over the net.
Difficult angle for Cheng. Tried to go for a down the line. Seeing two blockers in the cross court.
Galanza, Yamzon, Cobb, tossing it up to De La Cruz.
Net touch. Violation.
Net touch violation to called on Baldones. A little bit eager on the press with the block.
Desiree Cheng to serve.
Salle still trailing here in this match. Cheng, a floater of a serve. Baldones. Cobb, back set for De La Cruz. Too strong on that angled hit, and UST will
Second
head into this
technical
technical
timeout.
timeout, leading LaSalle 16-12. We were talking about the emergence of Mafe Galanza. This is the 6th straight match that she has started as the setter of Coach Kung Fu Reyes.
One thing I like about Mafe Galanza is the way she distributes the ball to really engage the three spikers of UST from the wings, Pacres, Rondina, and Laure. And now she has found much more confidence in setting up Caitlin Viray from the middle. A lot of options already for her.
Only 18 years old is Mafe Galanza.
Back to the game. Aya Laure to serve.
Aya Laure getting that one to the LaSalle side. Jolina de la Cruz
Jolina
sends
de
it
la
back
Cruz.
with authority.
Good pass coming from the libero with a fast shoot set from Cobb to the right wing, leaving a wide open gap between the blockers for De La Cruz to go for a cross-court shot.
Duque. Rondina. Oh. And Aya saying sorry right away to Coach Kung Fu.
Attack error from the pipe for Aya Laure. She tried to go for a down-the-line hit with that, but it wasn't a conducive angle for her.
To serve. Duque Ogunsanya.
Duque. That one sails out. You know, I noticed in the last match of LaSalle, they only committed 10 unforced errors. And that was coming off committing 37 against UP. So the concentration of the Lady Spikers was at its highest in the last game. But, you know, when you have spikes like that from Rondina, that concentration is just shook.
Just throws you off guard. And right now they have 5 errors here in the first set for the Lady Spikers.
Quick attack
Net touch.
for Clemente,
Yes,
but
Clemente.
sumabit sa net. These errors are coming back to haunt LaSalle. Now Coach Ramil wants to talk things over.
Timeout. Ladies Spikers.
Guys, hindi naman natin kailangan ng super lakas sa palo. Bakit tayo nanggugumigil dyan? Gusto nyo agad lakas, bawiin sa malakas sa palo eh. Hindi naman yun ang habol natin. Then relax, pagpasa, relax. Masyado tayong tight. Hindi niyan. Kalimutan nyo na yun na mali na gawa nyo. Tapos na yun eh. Itong kailangan natin humabol. Dumidikit tayo pero hindi tayo nagkukulap sa pagdating. Nakadikit na yung score tapos tayo din gagawa ng putol ng momentum. Diba? Wala namang ibang ginagawa yung UST. Bantay lang, bantay lang. Diba? Walang ginagawa. Ganto lang tayo pagdating yung bola, nagmamadali lang tayo. Relax, relax, relax. Post, post. Okay, go.
21 seasons in the UAAP, including this one. And coaching his 338th game, Coach Ramil De Jesus. And the balloons are back. And Melatuna is back. One of the most memorable players to wear that UST Golden Tigresses uniform, Melatuna.
Soft touch. De La Cruz.
Jolina De La Cruz with a quick response to the timeout of Coach Ramil that doesn't have to be all power when it comes to earning their points. And it's something that I mentioned also in my article, that LaSalle has never been known to have those power hitters, save for a couple of previous Lady Spikers here and there. But it's all about the consistency in terms of their play and their defense that has won championships for them.
And you're getting me thinking, Doc AJ. Oh, nga, no. There's no standout spiker
In terms of raw power.
in terms of like a CC Rondina,
Or
right?
Eliza Valdez. Or Tindy Pacres in terms of raw power.
These are the types of topics for the score. Yun yung mga dapat pag-usapan nila Tito Mico. As Rondina avoids the block of Clemente. You were just talking about power. Jimenez and Picar are now in for UST as CC soars and scores for UST. There goes that volleyball.
Mars Alba and May Luna.
Perhaps the
in
last
the
one who
game.
can really compare in terms of power is Aragalang.
Now
but
serving.
It's not always
Alina
that there's
Picar.
someone like that in LaSalle.
What about May Luna though?
Well, we've seen a lot of power from her, and it's just the consistency that's quite
There have
lacking.
been some moments, there have been some hints. May Luna returning to the match here after not getting fielded in their last contest. Luna with a hit. Clemente. Oh, the Lady Spikers were scrambling. Alba had to hustle to get it to the other side.
Net touch. Violation.
Another net touch for LaSalle. These errors are killing the Lady Spikers here in the first set.
So lucky break for Caitlin Veray with that net touch violation called on Clemente.
Alina Picar serving it up for UST now in her fourth playing year for the Golden Tigresses. Nomil with the pass. Alba with the toss. Luna with a hit. Ball is high up in the air. Rondina running, hitting. But just too much power on that spike for CC.
But that attempt is really difficult to do. And it's only possible if you have the leaping ability of someone like CC Rondina.
Ito na yung nag-simulate ng Go Ustet chance, si KKD, Kiana D, and of course Kim Fajardo, one of the best setters in the entire country. Rondina. Luna will hit.
So that's the consistency that we've been talking about. Something that we're still looking forward to from May Luna. And LaSalle has matched their number of errors from their recent game against MU at 10. Only here in the first set.
Alba, back set. A joust at the top. Luna's able to push it to the UST side. Now UST will give up a free ball. Coach Kung Fu did not like that.
Double contact. Violation on Jimenez.
And this is where we see and realize how costly, how expensive the errors are at this point of the tournament.
Des Clemente. Serving.
Rondina with the pass. Picar with the toss. Laure with the hit.
Laure
And that's a point for
off the
Aya.
block.
A little too low on the set for Laura, but good adjustment in her part to use the blockers to her advantage. Being that Ogunsanya was delayed in her establishing the footing.
Substitution. Rachel Roldan into serve
Roldan.
for Viral.
Comes in for Coach Kung Fu Reyes. This is one of those players na interchangeable. There was actually one match na naglibero siya. And ironically,
Ace.
that was the match against LaSalle. And she gets an ace right here.
So she's coming in as a service specialist. And with her past experience as an alternate libero, then it would really help
Set
in terms of
point
floor defense for UST in this rally.
And that was Roldan's first point since February 20 when she scored against Ateneo. Laure. Saga was there. Alba tossing it up to Cheng. Drop ball. Laure too late to cook up that pancake. Wow, both coaches are really shuffling their cards here in this first set.
Substitution
How
for
much
DLSU.
importance coaches
Michelle
are giving
Kong
to this
and
match,
Jolina De La Cruz
because
back in the game.
it will help them bolster their chances in getting that twice to beat advantage.
Combination play.
Jimenez.
Jimenez
Dina.
tried to put it away, but
Jimenez.
LaSalle was ready. Sending it back.
Good anticipation in the part of Ogunsanya. So Jimenez coming from the right to the middle.
Timeout.
Now Coach Kung Fu wants to talk things over.
Paano ka? Pero diskartehan mo naman. Ang laki ng meron kang sobra-sobra sa ilang meter dyan. Siguro nakuha lang, wala pang 1 metro, meron ka pang 8 metro pa dadaanan ng bola. Baka kung saan may tumalon, doon mo papaluin yung bola mo. Pangarali mo ha, mangyayari ulit yan. Kailangan alam mo na kung anong gagawin mo dyan. Pumersion to ka muna, magpa-play 1 ka muna ulit. Hindi yan, pag walang pasa, iwalay. Ha? Pero hanapin mo na si Eya. Ha? Tutok sa quick, pag walang, kita mo walang sumabay, ikay mo. Ganun lang yun. Pag bumaba lang, kumover kayo ha. UST!
Coach Kung Fu got specific towards the end of that huddle. Sinabi niya kay Elina Bicar, hanapin mo si Eya. And then when he said that, Eya
Third set
told
point
Isa
for
Jimenez,
UST.
tiwala sa sarili. Because Jimenez had a good opportunity to score and end the set, and that would have boosted her confidence. At hinanap nga itong si Eya Laure. But she uncharacteristically nips that one straight to the antenna.
Unusual for Laura with her percentage when it comes to scoring.
Substitution, UST. Galanza.
So back
and
on the
Pacres
court are
back in the game.
Mafe Galanza and Dim Pacres. A lot of power hitters in for the Golden Tigresses. Galanza almost got that one. Oh!
Aldona
UST
ends the set.
winning it via a kill block in the first set. Well, how about that? Galdones denying Cheng, and UST taking set number 1 against the 3-time defending champions. This is the tally at the end of the first set. UST on top 25-21. We'll be back for set number 2. 25-21 in favor of UST. And of course, we have Doc Volleyball AJ Pareja to dissect what happened in that first set.
Well, UST came off strong in that set, and they were pretty much in the driver's seat all throughout, leading by as much as 4. LaSalle was able to cut it to 2, but wasn't able to actually tie the game or tie the set. And UST with a lot of aggressive serving early on with 3 service aces, which caused that lead for them to maintain all throughout the match. Coupled with some attack errors in both teams. At least it was magandang balikan lang throughout the first set, but because of that early start of UST, it helped them claim the set.
And you also mentioned that LaSalle already committed as many errors in that first set alone as they did in their previous match, which was against NU, as you take a look at the statistics right here. USD also committed a lot of errors with 8. And it's very deceiving, the numbers, because there are some areas wherein LaSalle is ahead of USD, but really the errors just too much for them.
And as you can see, with the 2 more errors of LaSalle and 3 service aces of USD ahead of them, that's already 5 points and could have been a tiebreaker for LaSalle.
Once again, we are thanking everybody who are tuned in right now. Anton Rojas together, former UAAP MVP, Doc AJ Pareja. We also have Ayana Perlas reporting for LaSalle and Michaela Chavez for UST.
Looking for a bounce back.
UST has the momentum. Galdones closing that first set via a kill block. Cheng, the captain, will try to get back.
Double
A
contact.
little too tight on the first ball for CC Rondina. Galanza still tried to go for an overhead set. It was called a double contact violation.
Rondina. Laure. Pacres! And our first referee wants to ask the linesman just to make sure.
Check back. Parang ko, check ball. Walang tumama din sa kwan. Kaya overall kita ha.
No check. Outside.
So the verdict has been made. No touch, point for LaSalle.
It's quite clear also from the replay.
The Taft Tower. And Mika Esperanza right behind her.
All the ates are coming full force.
Out of champions in the building. Cheng tipping that one over the UST blockers. All right, let's get an update on the LaSalle side at balikan natin si Ayana Perlas.
Anton and Doc AJ down but not out. The Lady Spikers may have lost the first set, but this game is far from over. Unforced errors haunted the green and white. Kaya sinabi ni Coach Ramil sa huddle, basta i-minimize lang ang errors, malaki ang chance natin na manalo. Magbasa kayo at kailangan may kumpiyansa kayo. Which brings me to what Chancellor Brother Bernie Oka of DLSC reminded the girls. The heart of a champion is not just about winning. It is learning from your mistakes and doing something about it. Draw strength from within and draw strength from one another. Your thoughts, Anton and Doc AJ?
Well, I'm thinking that this season is one of the most challenging seasons for LaSalle in recent memory because of many things and because mainly also of the competition that they are going up against. So many teams have gotten better. UST obviously emerging. And of course, we have a legend from UST, Aiza Maizo Pontillas, part of that last championship team for UST. And Cici Rondina drops the hammer. Let's go now to Makayla Chavez.
Anton and Doc AJ, truly it has been a heart-pounding match as both teams have been serving us with aggressiveness. But of course, it is not something new as we know that both really came prepared. Coach Kufu Reyes wants the ladies to elevate their fierceness on the court. When asked what kind of attitude he wants the ladies to exhibit, he dominantly said a deliberate one where sense of urgency is present. During huddle talks, veteran leader, team captain Cici Rondina conveyed a message to the team asking them to calm down and not to get too excited. The team can promise anything for now, aside from offering a valiant fight. That's all for now. Back to you, Anton and Doc AJ.
Offering a valiant fight and maybe a little shimmy from Cici Rondina. Trying to relax herself as she goes up for this hit. Rondina using the left hand. Cheng hitting from the back row. Galanza. Oh, a quick attack right there. Caitlin Viray slamming it down.
Gonzanya was in a good position to block the quick, but her arms were not pressed into the court and Caitlin Viray just used it to her advantage.
Top, back set to De La Cruz.
Net touch, violation on Rondina.
Net touch called on UST.
Sometimes for us players, we don't really know that we touched the net already. Especially when we're doing our pivot or our turns.
That's why Cici was in shock. Backrest. Gonzanya to De La Cruz.
De La Cruz tried to be crafty with a roll shot or a sharp cross court.
Dim Dim wanting to go all the way back. Make room for Dim Dim.
Backrest to serve.
She gets that one in. Yamzon with the approach. There's the hit.
Not over. 4 touch, violation.
Salle.
This is what Coach Ramil was saying in the timeout a while ago. It's not all about the power because you can see that the lady spikers are trying to exert more power into their spikes but causing attack errors instead.
And the hits have been off the mark as of late. Before that one, Lourdes Clemente.
Well, it's something that they should consider more in doing with the attack for Des Clemente because clearly she has a higher reach compared to her blockers. So more long attacks coming from the middle to maximize her height or her reach.
Lourdes Clemente, 6'1". Rondina fading back for that hit. Tiamzon keeping it alive. Cheng hits it from the back row. Galanza. Saga. Cheng looking for that spot in the corner, but it goes long.
The UST now with the lead.
Captain Rondina on service deck.
Rondina. Bob. Tiamzon stepping on the brakes. And again, these errors just hurting LaSalle's cause, as we will head to this technical timeout with UST on top 8-6. Meanwhile, we've got a battle here inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Tiamzon with a hit, and Hintin sending it back down to the UST side, but the Golden Tigresses recover. Clemente. Mafe Galanza, back row attack from CC. Tiamzon. Galanza. Laure. Laure again. Wow. Lourdes Clemente. Doing a Mika Reyes.
And that's
Single block.
That's gotta be a big confidence boost for LaSalle right now, especially to Des Clemente. As you mentioned, it's the blocking that really makes LaSalle win championship. Something that they should draw a lot more in this game against the #1 spiking team.
That's what the Lady Spikers have to bring back. And now they're looking more like the Lady Spikers that we know. The block from Lourdes Clemente and the ace from Tin Tiamzon. They seemed a little bit tight earlier. But now it looks like they're starting to loosen up. Let's see how the Golden Tigresses will respond. And Viray, unfazed by those 2 points by LaSalle. Those back-to-back points, giving one back to UST.
Caitlin Viray with her experience as a former opposite player for UST. Especially she's a left-hander. Could easily do those sharp cross-court hit from the right.
Bob tossing it up to Cheng.
Off the block,
Desiree Cheng. Oh, she's starting to get hyped. She's talking. She's clapping her hands. She's pumping up the Lady Spikers. And when Desiree Cheng starts to do that, you know her teammates will follow suit.
Desiree Cheng finding that wide open gap between Galanza and Antenna.
Galanza. Galdones fading back. That hit goes long.
Outside.
And now, for the first time, I see a more concerned look, a more concerned expression in the face of UST's leader, CC Rondina. Laure tipping it over the blockers. Clemente to Cheng. Ho, ho, ho! Hey, Laure added a little something to that spike. What about that?
Hey, Laure is responding quickly to that concerned look of CC Rondina.
New uniform, same old Aya. Cheng. Laure. And our officials say it was too late. Laure save did not happen in time. Point will go to LaSalle, 11-10. A tight second set we are witnessing here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Bob. There's the pass. Galanza to Caldones. Top back set to De La Cruz.
Net touch violation on
And the net
Garzones.
touch on UST.
So far, the errors are piling up for UST right now.
Now, Coach Kung Fu Reyes wants to talk things over.
Timeout, UST.
Masyado lang tayong tawag dito. Masyado naman aggressive. Pati yung atake natin, yung net natin sa block. Gusto natin ma-block. Compose muna natin yung sarili natin. Pahandaanin natin yung bola natin, ha? Bola pa lang naman yan. Madali pa yan. Kaya pa natin idikit yan. Casey, relax muna kayo mag-dikit yun, ha? O, pwede mag-relax. Madami tayo mag-ginagawa tama. Ha? Sobrang aggressive.
This is Feli Francisco, former UAAP board member. And of course, right behind her, Gigi Camus. $12-10 is our tally. Favor of LaSalle as
DLSU with the
crowd
serve.
watching this one intently. Melanza. Laure gets roof.
Mega block.
Now Cheng is really feeling it.
This is the intensity that we've been missing from the captain in their first round struggles. But as Ayana said, that the Lady Spikers are 100% right now, and we're seeing a lot of that here in the second set.
Coming off her season high 17 points, Tigresses.
Back to you.
Now if
Agunsanya.
Dim Dim cannot get through that double block of LaSalle, you know UST is struggling at this point.
It's starting off with a good serve coming from the more consistent servers for the Lady Spikers in Michelle Cobb. That has been their bread and butter in previous
Alina
seasons.
Picar
Serve
in
tough
for
to
Mate
disrupt the
Melanza.
offensive strategy of their opponents, and the block just establish it to roof on the Spikers.
Icar goes to Ea. De La Cruz. Ball goes back, high up into the air, and Laure sends that one long.
And this is usually what happens at Ton when your blocking is on point, is it puts a lot of psychological stress on the Spikers of the opponents, causing them to make more attack errors.
Icar. Galdones. Ogunsanya was there. Tigresses will try again. This time, she changes it up and goes over the blockers. Desiree Cheng avoids the blockers. Agunsanya, regalo para sa UST, pero binalik ni Cici Rondina. Ngayon naman si De La Cruz ang makakapalo. Pero sabi ng ating first referee, not over. Point for UST.
First referee saying that it hit the net instead of the hands of the blocker.
Nakita ko sa nito, mama. Sa nito.
We have crossed another Gatorade hydration checkpoint. Malinaw yung sinabi ng ating first referee. Coach Ramil does not like that one. Too strong on that serve for Ea Laure, and LaSalle will head into this technical timeout on top 16-11. like to remind everybody that the UAAP matches can be seen wherever you are. All you need is an internet connection, some data, and your gadgets. Just download the iWant app to check out all the games live. Your Kapamilya teleseries are also on there. Kapamilya movies and yung mga interview ni Doc AJ pareha sa The Score. Pwede rin mapanood sa pamamagitan ng iWant, and what a crowd we have here today. Yesterday, we had more than 11,000 fans in attendance. I'm very interested to see how many people are here for this matchup between UST and Salle.
Violation.
Pero sinabi nga natin kanina, Doc AJ, the champions are out in this afternoon. We've seen Don Macandili, we've seen Mika Reyes, Mika Esperanza, we've seen Aiza Maizo, Pontillas, Mela Tuna is also here. So yung mga legends nagbabalik para mapanood itong laban ng Salle at UST.
And as I mentioned in the pregame, that these two teams have a rich volleyball history when it comes to championship rivalry. Even before the Ateneo-La Salle rivalry and the La Salle and UST. Sometimes UST and FEU, but La Salle and UST have had a lot of experiences with each other.
Kalagpas ka. Kita mo yung tao natin doon. Ikaw, check mo din yung sayo bago ka tumaligod, ha? Sige na, tapos na yan. Play at the present tayo. Ladies, play at the present. Tingnan natin yung sitwasyon. Ilanaan lamang ng kalaban natin. 7. So hindi na tayo mag-donate pa ng score. Naintindihan. So yun na yung gagawin natin. Lahat ng skills andyan na. Lahat ng play na gagawin andyan na. Gagalawan nyo lang na maayos.
So Doc, aside from what Coach Kung Fu has said, what is your diagnosis? Ano ba yung nagiging sakit ng UST sa puntong ito ng laban?
Well, UST is trying to rush their attack or offensive strategy right now. The first pass is too tight or too short, and they're trying to run some different combination plays, whereas they should just focus on the wings for now.
Vicar going to the right wing. The opposite hitter, Dimdim Pacres giving UST a much needed point.
I think some shifting into the attack options by going really outward to the pins would help UST at least evade the blockers of La Salle and avoid playing much of their attacks in the middle.
No touch. Outside.
Iniwasan na si Dimdim sa pagkakataon na yon. That's why she smiled. Kasi gusto talagang dagdagan ng anghang ni Dimdim yung kanyang palo. Oh, service error by Aduque.
At this point, they can still afford some of those service errors.
Yep, they've created a cushion. Earlier, they were up 18-11. Pacres gets that one in. Saga with the pass. Cobb with the setup for Tiamzon. And Vicar with a block. How about that?
A little bit of hesitation in both Cheng and Tiamzon. And a collision from Tiamzon and Saga, rather.
So Vicar and Viray collaborating on that last block. Lourdes Clemente. Too much angle on that hit, and UST is creeping back into it. The fans are feeling. But the Tigers are making their move.
Alagaan niyo yung score. Hindi po pwedeng ganun eh. Ang gusto natin ilakas lang eh. Paano kayo magagawa ng nakapwesto, mag-over ng bola na hindi nakapwesto yung kalaban nyo? Doon yung dalhin. Makikita nyo naman kung nakapwesto o hindi. Pahirapan yung konti. Eh, magdadala tayo ng bola, hindi na umalis sa pwesto, ganun na lang. Diba? Gamit ng ulo, Des. Diba? Konting tala sa loob, hindi pwedeng mapuro tayo sa loob. Okay? Kailangan yan.
So once again, similar to the timeout early on in the first set, that it's not all about power. It's trying to look for wide open spaces in the court of UST and just using a high reach to put that ball there. That's what Coach Ramil is expecting from the Lady Spikers right now.
Does not want Salle to let go of this set. They're already trailing, but again, these errors coming back to hurt the cause of the Lady Spikers. Julia Ipak had an impact.
Still serving Dimdim
But-
Tigresses.
As of late, she hasn't played much. Did not see action against NU. There was that stretch when Clemente was being eased into the system wherein Ipak was contributing. Meanwhile, always contributing and trying her best to carry her team is Cici Rodina.
And just as you were saying, Anton, that Ipak will try to make an impact for LaSalle. Now she subs in for Des Clemente. They stand corrected with the earlier service error that they can afford that. Because
in the game.
in that error where USC started to make a run right now.
Yamzon, much needed point for LaSalle.
Yamzon finding the gap between Viray and Picar. Just put the ball in.
Julia Ipak did not play against NU. Was fielded in against UP but did not score. Was fielded in against FU, scored a point. Did not play against UE. Those were the last 4 games of Julia Ipak. But before that, she was playing really well for the Lady Spikers. Will her game come back today? Yamzon could not get that one over. And it's very uncharacteristic of the Lady Spikers to be firing off the mark, Doc.
So Michelle Cobb still trying to find the best option in terms of attack for LaSalle. As the blocking of UC has come alive late here in the second set.
Cobb giving it back to Tiamzon. Getting more elevation on that last hit, Picar. Cobb to Julia Ipak. Picar to Laure. And Laure will score! Aya Laure!
Hey, Laure just showing tremendous power in her attack. Not even the wall of Cobb and Ipak can handle that much attack.
A Fudgy Bar, O-Bar sa saya moment for the UST Golden Tigresses.
May Luna in.
Cobb, Julia Ipak on the running attack. Backrest was there. Laure again. Cheng gets it in the air from the back row. Luna will approach, hit, and Viray will send it back to the LaSalle side. Julia Ipak on the quick attack. Aya Laure. Saga with a pass. Cobb with a toss. Luna with a hit.
Net touch.
And the net touch on UST, that could be costly right there.
I think it's the second or third time around that a long rally was cut off by a net violation from UST.
Up to serve. May
Momentum killer for them, definitely.
Luna. Laure.
No
Too
touch.
strong on that hit. No check ball.
No check ball to be called by the first referee, and the ball didn't hit the line.
That was so close.
Substitution for UST. Mafe Galanza back in.
Mafe Galanza returns for UST. They are trailing by 3 here in set number 2. Galanza. Oh! Viray pounding it off the hands of the LaSalle blockers.
Very interesting that they're not making someone go for a quick attack in the middle, just using the wings, making Viray, even if the middle right now, hit from the opposite.
You saw one of the unsung heroes for UST, Delario, the libero, and Viray giving UST another point from the service line. At mapapatawag ng timeout si Coach Ramil.
Tayo sa puntos ng lalayo tayo. Kailan natin pumasa? Masyado tayong nakababa na kaagad kaya hindi makagalaw eh. Tingnan mo muna, hindi hawak agad yung kamay eh. Lapitan muna natin. Okay? Isang patay lang, ganda. Pag binigay sa yung bola, 1, 2. Okay, dito ha. Taganda mo, susisiksik dito lahat yan. Ayun, papasok dito, dala ng bola. Okay, hindi yan? Mag-play for tayo, kung kailangan. Sila, sarap ka ha.
Coach Ramil just calling time to break the momentum of UST right now, asking for consistency in the reception and a good solid attack.
There you see the UST crowd and the LaSalle crowd. The balloons
Back to the game.
are out on a Sunday. Cobb. Galdones was there. Ipak trying to tip it back down. Laure. She was winding up for that hit,
No
but
check.
no.
Outside.
No check ball for UST.
Same long shot for Aya Laure, but still no check.
Ipak. Oh, sends that one long.
Very costly for them.
This is a hair-raising type of a set. 1 point separating the two teams. Cobb. Cheng. Too much spice on that spike. And we are tied at 23. LaSalle was leading 18-11.
Quite unusual for Des Cheng to commit an error in that kind of angle because that's her favorite shot.
Aduque. Big time point for the Lady Spikers. And they have arrived at set point here in set number 2. Aduque Ogunsanya.
This is what I was saying a while ago, that they should consider more when it comes to their middle attacks, is go for long attacks rather than hammer the ball straight down. They can target zone 1 and zone 5 with their middles because they clearly have the height advantage against the middles of UST.
What a save by CJ Saga. Cheng wins it for LaSalle in set number 2. The baby Spikers are loving it. Mika Reyes is loving it. KKD, Kiana D is here, and she's smiling and dancing as Desiree Cheng gets the point for the Lady Spikers. We are tied at 1 set apiece. This is what we expected. An exciting, crucial match between the Lady Spikers and the Golden Tigresses. We will be back for set number 3. We are tied at 1 set apiece. LaSalle almost lost their 18-11 advantage, but recovered just in time. So, what is your analysis, Doc AJ, on that set wherein LaSalle nearly had that one taken away from them by the Golden Tigresses?
Well, from the beginning to the middle of the second set, LaSalle was in their usual form with aggressive serving and good establishment with their block. But a couple of unforced errors, which started with a service error, then trailed by some attack errors in the middle of the set, helped UST build some momentum. but it's also the attack errors of UST towards the end of the second set that prevented them from snatching second set from the defending champions.
And then Coach Ramil making some adjustments. Also, Julia Ipak coming in. CJ Saga had some great plays. And you can see the baby spikers and the ates of the lady spikers in attendance loving it as LaSalle has tied things up at 1 set apiece.
As we can see, the 4 blocks of LaSalle came in early in the first set to help them establish their lead in the second set, rather. But UST was there to bring up the attack, their usual go-to skill. And it's just the opponent errors of, or the errors rather, of UST, especially towards the end of second set, which helped LaSalle get that.
You talked about the rich tradition and the history of LaSalle and UST going up against each other. There was a time wherein they played each other in the finals in back-to-back years. Season 72, UST sweeping LaSalle in the finals. That was the time of Rhea Di Maculangan. And then, of course, Aiza Maizo Pontillas was there. And following year, nakabawi naman ng LaSalle, sweeping UST in the finals. So this is a classic UAAP showdown before those Ateneo LaSalle consecutive meetings in the finals.
If I'm not mistaken, Dindin Santiago was still with UST during that time. Angget Tabaquero was the main spiker of the Tigresses.
Coach Shaq De Los Santos was the coach of that year. UAAP season 72. All right, let's go back now to Ayana Perlas.
Anton and Doc AG, the Lady Spikers' performance may have been filled with errors, ups and downs, and the last set showed the foundation of the Lady Spikers. Composure, firmness, confidence, and the swag is back. In this crucial juncture of the match, Coach Ramil De Jesus uttered in the huddle, maglaro kayo na parang kayo lang. Tayo na at sa atin na to. Meanwhile, not only can we feel the captain on the court, but in the huddle as well, sabi ni Cheng sa Lady Spikers na huwag kalimutan na gamitin ang pusa sa paglaro. Kagaya ng hashtag of the day from the Lady Spikers supporters, hashtag Burning Desire DLSU. Balik sa inyo, Anton and Doc AJ.
The swag is definitely back. Burning Desire. I'm guessing Burning Desire with capital D-E-N-S. For Desiree. Check.
And that's Clemente.
Violation on court.
Well, since you were mentioning season 72,
Yeah.
that was my final playing year, if I'm not mistaken.
Timeout.
How time passes.
Okay tayo mag-relax kaya kung tama yung ginagawa natin. Pero kung mali na ang ginagawa natin, ulitin natin. Mali na ang ginagawa natin, naka-relax mode pa kayo. May mga tayong problema dyan. Hindi yan masasagot na pangiti-ngiti. Hindi may ibabalik ng ngiti mo yung pagkakamali mo na yan kung ganyang effort lang ang gagawin natin. Ladies, hindi tayo nanalo ng ganyan ng first set. Tandaan nyo yan. Huwag kayo maghintay ng panalo. Trabahuin natin yung panalo na yan. Sige, trabahuin mo. Pakita mo na. Nakakadami na kayo. UST.
Doesn't get any more clear than that. Coach Emilio Kung Fu Reyes noticing na hindi na parehas yung intensity ng Golden Tigresses as to what they showed in that first set wherein they took it against the Lady Spikers 25-21. The swag is definitely back as Desiree Cheng winds up, and that is a bullseye. She finds the mark. All right, let's go now to Michaela Chavez.
Anton and Doc AJ, a holistic and moderated approach is believed to be the key in winning today's game. Assistant Coach Yanni Fernandez still praised the intensity the ladies have been showcasing, but still he reminded them that they still must be flexible enough to control their energy. Truly, this match measures the adaptability of the team. And so, Coach Kung Fu Ray is not happy with how set 2 turned out, demanded the squad to clear their mind and just think about one thing, winning today's game. Now, one thing is for sure, the team will be displaying their resilient selves in this set. That's all for now. Back to you, Anton and Doc AJ.
And that's what they need. They need to be resilient, and they need to rediscover that intensity that they displayed in the first set, because right now the Lady Spikers are just rolling.
The intensity in the court has shifted to the green side. You can really see it in their faces.
Yeah, in the first set they seemed a little bit tight. You can see Rondina really hustling to make sure that ball remained in play. Backrest.
Net touch. Violation on Clemente.
Lucky break, the part of UST with the net touch violation on Salle.
Aldones. Oh, sends that one straight to the net.
It's the wings who are delivering the goods for both teams. You can see Cheng with 10 and De La Cruz with 7 for Salle, and Ayalawe and Rodina with 18 combined for these teams.
Backrest. Wow. Desiree Cheng needed all her strength to absorb that hit of Dim Dim. And now Cheng hits it from the back row. Saga with the pass. Cobb. What a save by Delerio. Backrest again. This time goes cross court. Cheng. Back row drop ball does not work. Rondina folding her body in the air.
On Clemente.
Back-to-back lucky points for UST with 2 net violations consecutive for Salle.
But we have to tip our hat to the libero, Janelle Delerio, saving that one. And eventually the rally led to a hit from CC Rondina.
That kind of save reminiscent of Don Macandili.
Oo nga. On is sitting on the other side, watching her former teammates in action. Rondina! Here she comes! CC Rondina is starting to heat up here in set number 3.
And as you can see, the approach of CC Rondina in that instant with that free ball, her shoulders were already perpendicular to the net. Or rather, her angle is already, she's parallel to the net, because she knew that her only way is a sharp cross-court hit and just use the block of Des Clemente.
De La Cruz, Cobb, Cheng. She's been hitting a lot from the back row early on in this set. That time, her spike sailed out. We are tied at 6.
Dim Dim. Backrest. Back to serve.
So USC has called to the timeout of Coach Kung Fu in increasing their intensity.
Cobb. Oh! Just a little bit short on that drop ball attempt by Michelle Cobb.
CC was quick to apologize to Coach Kung Fu, because had that ball come in and earn the point for Salle, it would have been CC's responsibility.
Backrest trying to do damage from the service line. Free ball, mapupunta sa UST. Rondina, a lot of space to operate.
Rondina through the block.
Clear the runway. CC Rondina
Technical timeout.
running straight to the net for the point for UST. And the Golden Tigresses are on top, 8-6. Cici Rondina, four-time UAAP beach volleyball champion and MVP. But she wants a championship in indoor volleyball. Indoor volleyball before she leaves the UAAP. And that's why the UST community, the theme for this year is Kami Naman. That's what they want to bring back. They want to bring back the glory days in indoor volleyball.
Even before the Ateneo LaSalle rivalry, of course, they're hungry to get back that crown.
Rondina, Bob, Ipak, Yamzon. What a save by De La Cruz. Cheng, back row hit. Delario with another one of those saves. A joust at the top. Cobb wins that one. The strength of Michelle Cobb pushing it back to the UST side.
Communication error in the part of Ea Laure and Dimdim Pacres with that first ball coming from Galanza. That kind of situation, ideally, it's the libero who should take the second ball so that at least Ea Laure can still hit from the back as well as Pacres can wind up an attack.
Galanza. Viray. Nothing there. Cheng. Cheng has been exerting a lot of effort today. But she gets denied. Caitlin Viray coming off her best UAAP match ever. Getting a block right there.
Another crucial stop for Caitlin Viray. I think that's the second time it happened that her block sailed all the way to the back where no one's there to defend for LaSalle.
A 5-1 run for UST. De La Cruz. Galanza. Laure. And she is pumped.
Ea Laure showing the intensity that they had during the first set. Just decimating the block of LaSalle.
A JRS Express best play of the game. The Golden Tigresses are growling at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City.
DLSU, Mars Alba and May Luna in the game.
Alba is in. Julia Ipak trying to make something happen. Luna tipping it over to the other side. One more time for Laure.
Outside, DLSU point.
That looked like it went beyond.
Linesman waving the red flag. It was way out.
Clearly beyond the antenna. As a player, you wish that nobody can detect that because of how fast you hit the ball. But we've got some cameras all over the place.
And the adjustment of Ea Laure in that difficult set. Commendable. LaSalle now with 6 errors early on in the third set. Shaping up to be similar to their first set performance.
Alba. Cheng. Desiree Cheng gets a much-needed point for LaSalle.
So far, Des Cheng is doing all the work for LaSalle right now in terms of attack. High time for other players to step up to the offensive.
Yeah, we noticed that. We noticed how he's been exerting so much effort and LaSalle overshoots that one.
Back-to-back service errors for LaSalle. Coach Ramil just scratching his head on the sideline.
Alba. Cheng again.
Down the line, Desiree Cheng.
the way Desiree Cheng is playing, it's very admirable that she's playing this way, considering the fact that, of course, she's inspired today because Kim Montalvo is here. Aside from the fact that, because of the fact that she was injured and did not play against UE and played sparingly against FEU. They needed her to recover like this.
And if they want to take this win from UST, everybody should should suit up their banner in Des Cheng.
Siyempre, isa sa mga mentors ni Desiree Cheng, ang kanyang ate, Janelle Cheng, champion setter from the College of St. Benilde. We also saw Chuck Cruz there, another champion from Salle. Miss everything. Alex Cabanos, former UST setter, is also here. And we are tied, Doc.
So far, it has been a Des Cheng show to tie this set at 12 with a couple of attack points and a service ace.
Rondina. Laure. Oh.
DSU takes the lead.
Great decision by Cheng to let that one go. Very hard to read with that type of angle and trajectory of the ball.
Masyado tayong tensyonado eh. Sabi ko sa inyo, yung mga napakadaling bola, huwag nyo nang pabayaan. Kasi yung mga mahihirap na papaluin nyo, mag-e-error tayo dyan kahit pa paano. Yung pinaka-simpleng bola, dyan tayo nasasaktan masyado. Tulad ng ganyan, masyadong malayo eh. Huwag katiwala natin yung kasama natin. Kung ano yung tiwala binibigay ng tao namin sa loob, ganun din kayo sa loob. Kayo lahat yung sasagot niyan, ginagawa na natin yan eh. Pero huwag kayo magtabo ng bola ha, huwag kayo magtabo.
Hoy, umingin kayo!
UST!
Coach Kung Fu calling time to calm the nerves of the Tigresses. Telling them that they're too tense and that they're over-eager when it comes to their attack. As you mentioned, Anton, Chuck Cruz, Alex Cabanos, Ian Cruz.
Mabuti at you can tell between Ian Cruz and Camille.
It was trying to make a logical guess.
So you're not sure pala. Backrest. Alba. Tiamzon. Dim with a hit. Alba. Cheng. Laure will hit. Oh, way underneath the ball on that spike for Ea. We have crossed another Gatorade hydration checkpoint.
That's what Coach Kung Fu was saying in the timeout, is that they're over-eager in what they want to do in the court, but they're not establishing their basic fundamentals first.
Desiree Cheng has been at that service line for a while now.
4 or 5 point run, if I'm not mistaken.
Galdones on a quick attack.
No touch.
Could not get that one over.
So the errors just really piling up for UST right now.
What a turnaround for Salle. Earlier, UST was up 11-9. Cheng. Backrest, can she stop the run? Tiamzon still with some space to operate. Delerio. Laure. It's been a nightmare.
Second technical.
Last couple of rallies for UST as Salle has overtaken them and are now on top 16-12. We are in the second round of eliminations for UAAP volleyball, but we've got more volleyball coming your way because the Premier Volleyball League is preparing for season number 3 and on April 25. You have an opportunity to meet your favorite volleyball idols as well as watch them hit the runway. Imagine that. Rarampa yung inyong mga paboritong volleyball idols. So check that one out on April 25. Just follow the ABS-CBN Sports Facebook page to stay updated
Back to the game.
sa ating
Desiree Cheng
Panibago.
still serving.
S&A BVL Volleyball Grand Fans Day. In the meantime, Cheng has been making a living out of that service line. UST having trouble stopping the bleeding here. Alba, Agonsanya, and the Lady Spikers continue to roll.
It's their trademark from previous seasons. Aggressive serving and consistency with their defense. Not all about power, but finding the right spaces when it comes to their attack.
Substitution. Alina Bicar in for Mafe Galanza.
5-point lead.
The first ball has been problematic for UST. Like, even if the libero is there for the spaces where the balls are coming in, the delivery to the setter has been quite troublesome for them. So Galanza has to make work of something. Then it translates that the Spikers also have to do extra adjustment in their attack.
Another kill for the Lady Spikers, this time courtesy of May Luna. And Coach Kung Fu has to dig deep because nothing seems to be working for UST.
Substitution for UST.
At this point of the match, Balcorta is now in for the Golden Tigresses. This is only her 4th appearance in season 81 of the UAAP.
Another
and an ace from Desiree Cheng. Arrow after arrow. The Lady Spikers have been letting it fly, and they have been finding the mark every single time.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Anton. I remember Des Cheng being a best server previous season.
We'll have to double check that, but right now she has been living at that service line for quite some time. And finally, the player who Coach Kung Fu Reyes brought in, Balcorta, stops the bleeding for UST. And you're right about that. Desiree Cheng is the reigning best server of the UAAP. Ang tagal nun. Yung pagsaserve ni Desiree Cheng, and matagal-tagal na rin hindi nag-serve si Ea Laure. She has gone a little bit cold, sending that one straight to the net.
Ea Laure has been a struggle at this segment of the 3rd set.
I remember Desiree Cheng stepping up to the service line when LaSalle was down 9-11. And now the score is 20-13. What a turnaround. Backrest.
No touch.
Right now,
Outside.
UST needs a booming spike from Backrest or maybe a cherry bomb from CC Rondina to stabilize themselves, because right now it seems like they've gone into hibernation. It was a strong start for them in this set. They were up 11-9, and then things just went south.
After that timeout of Coach Kung Fu, when he was asking for intensity, they were quick to respond to the call. But Des Cheng making wonders for LaSalle from the front row and back row in the service area.
Yeah, when he called that timeout, he said relax mode.
Jeline Balcorta to serve.
And that was just too much relaxation when Desiree Cheng was at the service line. And here she is, continues to work and finds the mark. Desiree Cheng.
That's also one of the points I mentioned in the feature article for LaSalle, that they should utilize more the back row when Des Cheng and Julina De La Cruz is at the back. And and something that they're showing right now.
Marion Alba. Rondina breaks down the wall.
Rondina through the block.
Nagulat pa dun si Sisi. Akala niya itutuloy pa yung rally.
Deschank leading her pancake
Substitution.
pace. But the referee will overrule it.
In for Pacres.
Well, Desiree Cheng has already cooked up a storm here in this set. So she can save the pancakes for later. Rondina with the approach.
Outside.
Oh, that goes outside.
Another attack error for UST.
Yamzon now, it's her turn to operate from the service line.
Yamzon still serving.
Yamzon gets that one in. Rondina again. Cheng. Drop ball. Rondina saves it. Laure, back row attack. Alba was there. Yamzon hits it from the back row. Rondina switching it up in the air. Saga. Cheng saves it. Ball high in the sky. Rondina, skies high. Jimenez hustling. Delerio giving it back to the LaSalle side. Luna. Laure. Rondina.
Sisi.
There's a cherry bomb. But they need a whole lot more. Down the line for Sisi Rondina.
And it happened with a good first ball in that specific rally. As I was mentioning, the quality of the first ball has been what's lacking for UST. Only they can establish good, high enough first balls for the setter to establish their footing. It's easier for the spikers.
Guitar to Laure.
Eya Laure.
UST getting some solid hits here. First from Rondina and now from Laure. Coach Ramil sensing that Tigresses are coming back. He calls a timeout.
Lady Spikers.
Ibig sabihin, nag-block ka ng ganyan. Hindi ka lang. Kasi sinid na balas, ganyan. Di ba? Mahaba, magaging palo, then puro pa-check na tagalan niya. And then ready sa drop ball. Tingnan mo naman, bibigyan mo kanina access. Pwede mo bibigyan, may dalaw ka counter, tapos strike. Tingnan mo mabuti. Gamble minsan na quick, taga-alanganin ha. Yun yan, hindi mo kailangan, may hindi mo palo ha. Kailangan mo, magpilisan. Kailangan mo, pilisan.
Coach Ramil De Jesus showing a lot of trust in Marion Alba. Still on the court. Her brother Noel is also here. He plays for UE. There he is.
Back to the action. Rondina.
Noel's got a little swag in him as well. I would say that.
Runs in the family, but quality minutes coming from Alba and Luna.
Net touch. Violation.
Meanwhile,
on
Luna,
Laure.
we were just talking about the quality minutes she has been providing. Luna really packs a punch with those spikes.
Doesn't happen that much when the two substitutions are called to replace the opposite end setters that are usually done na magtatagal ng ganito in a set.
Kaya yun nga, napansin natin yung tiwala ni Coach Ramil De Jesus. Laure powers that one through, but LaSalle is already at set point here in the third set. Biray gets that one in. Alba to Aduque. Ea Laure slams it down.
Laure. Back-to-back attacks.
UST making a run of their own, even with Salle at set point.
Third set point for Salle.
Cannot afford any error at this point.
Alba. Aduke! You were talking about how LaSalle should consider utilizing their middle spikers. And they did just that. The save from Tiamzon. Marion Alba tossing it up to Aduke Ogunsanya. The swag is back. And LaSalle surges ahead against UST, taking set number 3, 25-19. We'll be back for set number 4. You're watching women's volleyball in season 81 of the UAAP. It was a Desiree Cheng show in the third set. She stepped up to the plate at the service line with her team down 9-11. And then a waterfall of spikes just poured onto the side of the UST Golden Tigresses, and all of a sudden the Lady Spikers were on top 20-13. What happened to UST? And they just could not stop the bleeding when Desiree Cheng was at the service line.
But it was high time for Des Cheng to show why she is the reigning best server in the league, with a lot of tough serving from the service area, making the quality of the first ball of UST very troublesome for them. Not able to set up their play and even forcing the spikers to commit a lot of attack errors in midway in the third set. And UST just made a good run towards the end of the third set, but LaSalle held their ground in exchanging point after the other to eventually claim set number 3. And as we can see with the stats right now, UST had more attacks, but it's the service aces of LaSalle that forced the errors of UST to happen that really spelled the difference for the third set.
Salle has already tallied 5 service aces in this match, but really, those errors have hurt UST. In the second set, they committed 13 as well. So that's something they need to address as they enter set number 4, a must-win situation for the Golden Tigresses. Maraming salamat muli sa panunood. Ton Ross together with Doc AJ Pareja. We also have Ayana Perlas and Makayla Chavez reporting for LaSalle and UST respectively.
Selena de la Cruz back in the lineup for LaSalle, and interestingly, Alba is starting for set number 4.
Alba tossing it up to Cheng, who's got 15 points. Make that 16.
First blood.
What a performance for the captain, Desiree Cheng.
Proving that their first round encounter was just a minor hiccup for her because of that shoulder injury.
Yeah, she only had 7 points in that straight sets loss to UST in the first round. Cici Rondina, just 12 points so far. We know she's capable of doing so much more. She's averaging 20.9 points per contest. De la Cruz sending that one straight to the antenna as we go to Ayana Perlas.
Anton and Doc AJ, errors do not define who the Lady Spikers are. The amount of painful errors caused Coach Ramil to scratch his head, which did not make any of the girls happy. But even with this, the zeal to win was still there. In the huddle, Coach Ramil reminded the girls and urged them to help each other, while the team focused to motivate Des Clemente. Balik tayo ate ang sinabi nila sa kanya. With everyone warmed up, keen, and praying on their own, let's see if the Lady Spikers will come out victorious in this set. Back to you, Anton and Doc AJ.
And they're trying to lift her spirits because Lourdes Clemente has seemingly gotten more comfortable to the system of Coach Ramil de Jesus, and that's why she's been playing well as of late. Pero in this game, Coach Ramil shuffling his cards, bringing back in Julia Ipak. Meanwhile, Laure will get the point. 15 points now for Ea.
Well, definitely there's extra effort to have Des Clemente assimilated into the team because she's making up for 4 years that she didn't play for LaSalle.
Oh. Alba. De La Cruz. Rondina gives it back to Ea Laure. 16 points now in the match for Ea Laure as we go back to Michaela Chavez.
Anton and Doc AJ, this match is getting tougher and tougher, which makes this battle a lot more interesting. The team is nowhere near satisfied, but with an amazing crowd screaming, "Go UST!" they still remain positive. Rest assured that the team is not giving up. A wake-up call was actually enforced by Coach Kung Fu Reyes. Banggit nito, pumunta kayo dito para manalo, di ba? Tsagain nyo lang at huwag mawala sa laro. A Tigress is known to be a fighter, so collectively, this team is more than willing to conquer all the hurdles this set may bring. Anton and Doc AJ.
And when you see a crowd like that, you want to fight for them. And we see a sea of green, a sea of gold. That's why these players have been putting on a show.
And because the crowd clearly works to the advantage of UST, even Coach Ramil acknowledges that fact.
Pati si Kiana D, pinasigaw nila ng Go UST sa practice, di ba? We are tied at 4-all. Galanza. Laure with a hit.
Down the line.
And now, Ea Laure is single-handedly dismantling the LaSalle defense here at the start of this fourth set. That's the third point in this set for Ea. She's got 17 markers.
And I think Ea Laure is 100% here in the fourth set with her attack attempts.
Julia Ipak finally gets a point for the Lady Spikers.
Once again, a successful quick attack with a long one, not just hammering the ball down. Has worked for LaSalle throughout the match.
De La Cruz. Galanza. Laure. Off the block. Ea Laure. Look at that. Slamming it down. Ea Laure with some power. Her fourth point in this set.
That makes it 5.
19 points now in the match for Ea Laure as Ate EJ looks on.
Ea Laure definitely making up for the series of attack errors in the third set.
This is the Ea Laure that we know. Galanza to Galdones. Galanza to Rondina. Cheng, back row hit. And Desiree Cheng gets the point. 17 points in back-to-back outings for the captain, Desiree Cheng.
After a series of strong hits, or a series of exchange of strong hits, Des Cheng just with a roll shot. That's what Coach Ramil has been emphasizing even in the first set.
Galanza, oh, nobody there. Just out of sync on that offensive sequence where the Golden Tigresses were tied at 7-all here in set number 4. Both teams looking to hold or get a hold of that second spot.
Service
Tiamson finds the mark with that service ace to put LaSalle ahead 8-7. $9,218 in attendance on a Sunday. Maraming salamat po. Salute to the USD community and the LaSalle community for coming out today. So that's like a combined 20,000.
Yeah.
If we're gonna include from yesterday the 11,000 that showed up, that UP and Ateneo match. And again, we pray for the recovery of Isa Molde, but we did find out that it was not a knee injury, but a left ankle sprain. So she'll be back. And it's LaSalle and UST taking care of business here as Rondina rises and surprises the LaSalle defense.
We're mentioning that CC Rondina was quite silent in the third set, but it's high time for her to drop those cherry bombs if they want to push this match into a 5-setter.
8-all. UST has played in 2 5-setters so far this year. Cheng. Rondina. Drop ball. Desiree Cheng will try her version of a drop ball. Ipak. Wild hit by Julia Ipak.
It was way underneath the ball.
Substitution.
Lourdes Clemente is back in now for LaSalle. Ayana was just reporting about how her teammates were lifting up her spirits. Can she make something happen here? Cheng. Rondina. Alba to Cheng. Ea Laure with a hit. Alba to Clemente. Saga to Cheng. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a new career high for the captain of LaSalle, Desiree Cheng. 18 points today. Lets go of that spike and finds the mark. That's a kill for Desiree Cheng.
Cheng just really showing volleyball IQ in her attacks, not relying too much on power.
And even the LaSalle faithful trying to lift up the spirits of Lourdes Clemente as well. Clemente with the pass. Alba turning and tipping. Clemente pushing it back to the USD side. Vicar.
Net touch. Violation
And
on
aminado
Cheng.
agad si Cheng that she touched the net.
As Cheng saw that the ball was almost over the net already. A little too eager on that.
Vicar. Alba. Cheng. Piray. Rondina with a hit. Alba. Cheng again. And UST crowd reacting to that one. Rondina
With the left hand.
just tips it over to the other side. 14 points in the match for CC Rondina.
Rondina making work of that tight set and using her left hand, but very much successful with that.
Alba. Cheng on the approach and the hit. Desiree Cheng breaks down the wall. 19 points now for Desiree Cheng.
Cheng heavy duty on the attack right now, seeing that she's the only option, and Duque Ogansanya. Delina De La Cruz has been quite silent still, and might as well make her work also from the right side.
Vicar. Oh, difficult attempt there on that one-handed delivery to Viray. They're tied at 11. You can really feel the importance of this match for both these squads, UST and LaSalle. Vicar to Rondina.
Rondina off the block.
No matter what, CC Rondina will get her numbers for UST. 1 lady spiker, 2 lady spikers, doesn't matter. CC Rondina gets the point.
Well, the thing with defending against CC Rondina and ALR, because they're two very much respected power hitters, is that your block has to be on point when it comes to the pressing. Because if the block is just way up, exposed up high, the rebound of the ball will just go or sail outside. Whereas if it's pressed into the net, the rebound of the ball will go straight down.
Career high 19 points today for Desiree Cheng, the reigning best server of the UAAP.
Not over.
And she will stay there. She will continue to serve it up for LaSalle.
This is the exact same instance where LaSalle made that 10-1 run.
Cheng aiming. Letting that one go. Free ball for LaSalle. Alba. De La Cruz. The rally will continue. Viray could not finish that one. Now Tiamzon will try. Ball is back up in the air. Aya Laure. Not enough lift on that hit.
Aya Laure trying to avoid the block with a sharp cross-court attack. But a little too short on the height with her approach.
Kaya naman, mananatili dito sa service line si Desiree Cheng. Sharp serve. Popped up by Rondina. Now Laure will hit. What a save by Janelle Delerio. Aduque. Free ball for LaSalle. Alba just scratching it back. So Saga could give up that free ball. Aduque. De La Cruz. Laure was there. Viray could not put some power on that tip. Cheng back row hit. Aduque. Vicar. Rondina from the back row. Tiamzon gets roof. Jimenez slams the door shut. That was a long rally.
Verb anticipation in the part of Jimenez.
And you now hear the chants of Go Uste. And Desiree Cheng is telling the LaSalle crowd to respond. She's telling the LaSalle crowd to challenge
Sabi na lang kay coach mo.
the UST community.
And that is why she's the captain of LaSalle.
There's a battle going on the court and in the stands as well inside the Mall of Asia Arena. That just gave me goosebumps.
Viray to serve.
Because Descheng and even Coach Ramil knows that once the crowd of UST gets riled up, it translates to the players. So it might as well ask for some help from their own crowd.
De La Cruz.
Not over.
That time,
Double
Jolina
contact.
De La Cruz could
Violation.
not get enough elevation to hit that one over, and we are tied at 14. That block by Viray earlier was crucial. That stopped momentum. Alba gives it back to Tiamzon. Aduque puts it down.
Ogunsanya.
Aduque Ogunsanya gives the lead back to her team, 15-14.
Gonzalo, one of the tougher servers for LaSalle.
Coming into this match, he's already tallied 11 service aces. Aya Laure with some steam on that hit.
Coach Ramil not pleased with that quick return by Jolina De La Cruz. He knows that they could have made some more work if she had said it to someone.
Up to serve.
What a match.
Isa
15 all here in set number 4. Both teams with identical 6-3 win-loss cards. Clemente.
Net touch.
Oh.
Violation.
A
On
net
clock.
touch, and it's not on Clemente, it's on a UST player. So LaSalle will head into
Technical
this technical
timeout.
timeout, leading UST 16-15. Well, we definitely feel the school spirit strong inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Look at him lean with it and dab with it. And you can do all your moves, anything you want to do in your favorite UAAP merchandise representing your school with pride by checking out the items on the UAAP Store Instagram and Facebook account. It's Ghost versus Animo LaSalle in the stands. And Desiree Cheng had to jump up and wave her hands just so the substitution could occur. Michelle Cobb is back in. Luna is back in. But Alba and De La Cruz, they have done their job. They have done their jobs here in this fourth set. Laure. Cobb to Luna. Popped up by Cici Rondina. Oh, Maldones ties things up for UST.
So Alina Picar, sensing that Aya Laure has been marked by the blockers of youth of LaSalle, gambling to the middle.
Laure now has to operate from the service line. Luna breaks down the wall. May Luna says, let's go.
So once again, starting some quality minutes for Coach Ramil. May Luna ensuring that they still have a full front line.
She's got her game face on. Cheng.
No check.
No
Outside.
check ball on that tip by Cheng.
Yung line judge ko, wala. Yung second referee ko, walang nakita. Alangan mga ulit.
Up to serve.
So the call stays, no check ball.
Because the linesman didn't call for any check, and the second referee who's closer to the action at that point.
Luna with a hit. Picar to Rondina. And Cici Rondina gives the lead to UST.
Much needed confidence boost for UST right now. Stay on for their dear life with that communication error in the part of Cobb and Saga.
Coach Ramil de Jesus calls a timeout.
Matagal na bola, di ba? Yun na lang ang mabantayan eh. Bakit nakita mo yung bola, hindi mo pa kinuha? Huwag mo na iasa sa kasama mo kung yung nakita mo na yung bola. Di ba? Kaya nga pinabantayan na, kasi doon na lang talaga babagsak yung bola. Wala na yung pagkakaan. Kasi tayo. Diba? Halagaan yun lamang. Kasi bako, gano'n lang bola pag si mama mo. Ayun, gay, kapaloy mo pa. Di ba, bako, ano? Gagawin mo na lang. Gulang. Hoy, go.
Coach Ramil emphasizing the initiative in the players, as telling Cobb not to forgo her responsibility when it comes to the first ball.
Melena Alessandrini and her mother Avelina, who flew in from Italy.
Back to the action.
Coach Yanni Fernandez was telling me that this is her first time to watch a match at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City.
Net touch. Violation.
Oh, that's a net touch right there. So the point goes to LaSalle. Malinaw. Tumama yung braso ni Alina Bicar sa net. So we are tied at 18 all as Lourdes Clemente, the transferee from Perpetual, will serve it up. Laure, Bicar, Rondina, Oh, Rondina
Dina.
gets roof.
At the net.
Big time block by Ogunsanya.
Ogunsanya hasn't delivered much output for LaSalle throughout the match, but the times that she delivered some block points and kill points are at the most crucial moments.
Clemente.
10 points now in the match for Aduke Ogunsanya. This is the 4th time this season that Aduke has scored in double digits. Picar. Rondina goes to the other side to do some damage. Life is sweet with a cherry. CC Rondina rising and surprising the LaSalle defense. Now Rondina and Viray showing some blocking prowess at the top of the net as well. We are tied at 19. Hilario had to save that one. Cobb tossing it up to Cheng. Drop ball attempt, popped up by Bicar. Rondina!
CC Rondina.
The deadliest spiker in the UAAP. CC Rondina soaring and scoring for UST.
And just with that, UST takes back the lead, 20 serving 19.
18 points now in the match for CC. Aduke with the response. They're going back and forth here in the 4th set.
Coach Ramil clearly pleased with the performance of Ogunsanya late here in the 4th set.
Substitution. Jolina De La Cruz and Mars Alba
and
in
Alba,
for the ladies spikers.
who started this set, are now back in for LaSalle. $20 all. Alba with an ace.
Service ace.
Marion Alba. What a time to step up for LaSalle.
Timeout. UST.
She finds the mark.
Taas-taas ng bola. Dali mo lang ng bola. Wala ka dapat ikatin. Walang tension na mangyayari dapat yan. Ikaw dapat ang pinaka-relax na pagkukuha ka ng bola. Intindihan? 21-20. Meron tayong mga spikers sa harap. Kailangan na natin maayos na pasa. Bibiskarga na ng setter natin yan. Ngayon, tendency, maaaring ma-block kasi may blocker. Kailangan lang natin ng coverage. Ganun lang pag-counter lagi natin. Ha? Kailangan lang natin ng maayos na pasa. Kaya tutulungan natin na. So, UST!
Well, could it be much tighter than this? Just an exchange of leads for both teams answering each other with excellent spikes after the other. But Coach Kung Fu just asking for consistency with their first ball so that they can establish an attack.
Let's see if Alba will target the rookie libero. Again, she does. Rondina. Oh,
Back
she
to
gets
you,
roof.
Desiree
And
Cheng.
a high five from Coach Ramil De Jesus to Desiree Cheng.
Timeout.
I haven't seen that since the first game.
Yun eh, kaka-advise lang sa inyo kanina. Kailangan nyo mag-coverage. Kailangan nyo mag-coverage. Naintindihan kasi may a-attacking nga tayo eh. Nablock yung spiker natin, walang nagre-recover. Sino kukuha yan? Yung siya pa rin? Tulong-tulong tayo. Naintindihan? O, last time out ko na yan. Up by 2 ang kalaban ha. Pag-grade ang play sa gitna, puro tayo tulong. Ladies, again, walang nananalo ng 22. Walang nananalo ng 2 set. Ibig sabihin, meron silang 3, meron tayong 5. Walang imposible yan kasi on play pa. Naintindihan? Pagawin natin! Pagiringin ang bola. UST!
If there is a time, if there is a moment for the Golden Tigresses to bring out their claws, show their fangs, and wear those tiger stripes with pride. It's this moment right here. Staring at a 2-point deficit against the 3-time defending champions. Dimdim Tigresses is back in for UST.
When taking photos and videos.
Coach Kung Fu just reminding the other players that CC Rondina is a marked man by the blockers of LaSalle. So they have to work extra hard when it comes to their coverage, especially when she's up for the block.
Alba continues to target the rookie libero. Rondina rising and scoring for UST. 19 points in the match for CC Rondina. She will have to work from the back row right now. She's at the service line. Aduke of Gunsanya. Look at the proud Ates. Mika Reyes.
Superb connection with Alba and Ogunsanya going for a zero-tempo play. Not enabling the blockers of UST to establish. And I'm sure Mika Reyes is proud of that.
Pati na rin yung mga katabi niya, Mika Esperanza and Kim Kiana D. Ea Laure. Aduke with a save. Look at the effort of Alba. But they needed that point from Ea Laure. 20 points in the game for this super rookie, Ea Laure. This is Laure's 4th 20-point performance in her young UAAP collegiate career. Alba to Tiamzon. That one sails out. UST ties things up at 23. Coach Ramil thinking about calling a timeout. Yes, he does.
Timeout, Lady Spikers.
Sa pinag-importante talas, hindi ko pwedeng ganun gagawin na akin. Palapos na tayo eh. Nadino tayo, nasa palapos na tayo. Sa dulo na tayo, nasa dulo tayo. Ikaw nandyan, ikaw. Ikaw ang binigyan ng responsibility tumapos na ito, okay? Go! Go, go! Lampas tayo, ha?
Well, this is what they practiced for. Ayana was sharing to us how they tried to simulate and envision what type of crowd, what type of atmosphere they would be dealing with when they played today at the Mall of Asia Arena. This is it. This is the moment that they prepared for. And now it's their turn to try to rise to the occasion.
And once again, in that timeout, Coach Ramil just saying more consistency in the attack and not power.
Alba to Tiamzon. Cross court. UST's got a chance to take the lead. Laure. Tiamzon will get it back. UST recovers. Laure again. Does she get a check ball? No.
Outside.
LaSalle is at match point.
Defending champions just 1 point away from exacting their revenge from their first round encounter.
And attaining second place in the team standings. Behind Ateneo, who are at 8-1. Ogunsanya, 12 points today. Stellar performance for Aduke. Rondina with a pass. Picar to Laure. Alba gets it in the air. De La Cruz with a hit. Tuloy pa rin ang rally. Tiamzon. Alba. Oh! 2 touches on that back set attempt.
Violation.
And we are tied at 24.
It was actually a good intention for Alba to set Julina De La Cruz from the right side because all the blockers were already bunching up to defend Tiamzon.
Of the set.
Just unfortunate that she had a double contact on that.
Alba. Tiamzon Rondina operating from the back row. Laure. She will try again, but she gets roof.
Clemente.
Lourdes Clemente.
That perhaps is Lourdes Clemente's biggest point here in the match.
A new tower has risen in Taft Avenue. Lourdes Clemente with her biggest block
Another
in a
match
LaSalle
point
uniform.
for the Lady Spikers.
A potential momentum changer. Laure now from the other side. Could not get it over. And LaSalle has done it. They have tamed the Golden Tigresses.
Much needed confidence boost for the Lady Spikers. This is actually a statement win. After a struggle with the UP Lady Maroons in the second round, they had a dominant win over NU, and this win over UST just brings out a statement that they should not be disregarded when it comes to contention for the crown.
And some of the Lady Spikers are very emotional. Desiree Cheng, Jolina De La Cruz. What a match. The Lady Spikers move ahead of UST in the team standings and improve to 7-3. UST falls to 6-4. Both teams still have 4 matches remaining in the elimination round, but this highly anticipated matchup ends with a LaSalle victory. And our MG, Morris Garage's dynamic player of the match, is the player and the leader of the LaSalle Lady Spikers, scoring a career-high 20 points today. Desiree Cheng. She is the sheriff of Swag City. And she brought the animo today for LaSalle. This is the first time that she scored in double digits, in 20 points for in her UAAP career. So congratulations to Desiree Cheng, her career best performance, 20 points. She really owned that third set. All right. On Tuesday, we've got game number 2 of the softball finals between UST and Adamson. Adamson already with a 1-0 lead in that one. And of course, game number 2 of the finals between Ateneo and LaSalle. The Green Archers will try to close it out in game number 2. Check that one out on SNA this coming Tuesday. But on Wednesday, magpapatuloy ang nagbabagang aksyon dito sa volleyball ng UAAP season. UP versus UST at 8 a.m. FU and then Adamson following that one. And then in the women's side, UP versus I think there's an error with that schedule on the screens. Let me check. It's gonna be UP versus UE at 2 p.m. and then FEU versus Ateneo. Yan po yung ating tamang schedule for Wednesday, April 3. Again, 2 p.m. it is UP UE, and then following that one, FEU versus Ateneo. So I hope we got that one right, and stay tuned. We've got one championship from Tokyo, Japan happening after this. But once beating UST in 4 sets to improve to 7-3, number 2 right now in the team standings. On behalf of Director Abed Ramos, our executive producer Ada Carlos Bayuga, Ayana Perlas, and Makayla Chavez, and my partner Doc AJ Pareja, and all of us from ABS-CBN Sports, I'm Anton Ross saying thank you for watching, and we will see you all again next time for more volleyball action in Season 81 of the UAAP. It all begins here.